ibang role para tuloy-tuloy na tayo. Go, Angel.
Malayo ba yung mic na? Ayan. Go.
Hello everyone, I am Andrea Cervantes and I play as Detective Suarez. Ako po yung isa sa pagsasolta ng ating
Correct. At syempre, ito muna ang ating representative ng ating producer, di ba? Ni Ma'am Meloy Hoy, si Sir Mike Lazo. Magandang hapon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. On behalf of Meloy, Uy, and Len, Carillo and Jarvis all right behind us. Good afternoon and thank you for your time. I am Mike Lazo.
Yes. Sino bang babati mo dyan, Dominic? May nagpapabati ba dyan?
Si Merian dahil nagpapabati, sabi niya sa akin, Mario, kung sa harap ako dito sa likod. Pakialamera lang, dito
Yung nililista dyan, friendship,
Oo.
yung pinalista ko sa dyan na babatiin mo na, friend.
Oo, dito. Siyempre, Sir Jarvis Ong, magandang hapon. Mike Lazo is here. And also, Meloy Uy. Ang ating EP andito rin. Siyempre, sa video. Sa lahat po na bumubuo sa production po ng All About Her.
Ang ating line producer, si Dennis Evangelista.
Nag-iisang Dennis Evangelista. Napakaraming entry sa Sinag Maynila 2026.
At si Ma'am Mia, di ba?
Of course, Mia. Mia. Teacher Mia ba to? Joke lang, Timea.
Okay, tuloy na natin friendship, di ba? Go.
Intro.
Eto na, di ba? Isa pa sa actor ng All About Her, Mr. Marco Gomez, na may revelasyon na sa interview kanina.
Hi guys, this is Marco Gomez playing the role of Detective Lontok, and yan, kasama ko lagi si Detective Suarez, which is si Angelica Cervantes. Yeah. Thank you.
Ang role mo? Detective. Pakibagit ang role niya para.
Ang role ko, Marco.
Ako po si Detective Lontok. Investigator din, kasama ko si
Yun
Detective
lang.
Suarez. Yes.
Yun lang? Okay. Eto pa friendship, di ba? Na parang nabasa ko kanina, expert na ang kontrata niya sa kanyang management.
Ay!
Pababasa ko lang kanina.
So, alam mo na.
Mr. Pancho, magandang hapon.
Hello po, good afternoon po sa inyo lahat at sa mga familiar faces dyan. Good to see you. I'm Pancho Magno, I'll be playing the role of Marcus, and I'm the owner of the organization, which is the Yuki's gonna be the ambassador. And yung affair is for you to find out. Alright, thank you.
Okay.
Guwapo, di ba?
Okay, Dom. Next, pakilala mo na.
Next, ako na bang pakilala kay... Si Tony ba tapos na?
Mamaya
pa
na.
siya.
Oo.
At syempre, nako, mahusay na writer.
Correct.
Ganun ba tayo?
Oo.
Siguro ko lang natama yung linya ko ha. Mahusay na writer, napakabata. From Viva Max mula sa starts up and everything. Ang nag-iisa, syempre, ang pinakamamahal natin si Queen Carillo.
Hello po! Good afternoon everyone. Thank you so much for spending your time here with us. Ako po si Queen Carillo, ang screenplay po ng All About Her.
So, Queen, ang feeling na after ng Metro Manila Film Festival na screenplay mo, ipinalabas noon, di ba? Kasi ito naman sa Sinag Maynila, screenplay mo ulit.
Nako, si Direk Joel ang
Oo.
lucky charm ko. Kasi nung sa Metro Manila Film Fest, si Direk Joel din yung director ko noon, and then concept niya rin yun. And now, for the second time around, same concept ni Direk and ako yung screenplay, kaya nakapasok kami. Talagang siya talaga yung lucky charm ko.
Oo nga, ayan.
Ikaw na kuya Runday kasi kulang-kulang yung intro ko.
Ay, ganon?
Oo.
Baka pagalitan ako friendship eh.
O, ikaw na mag-tuloy.
Eto na, di ba, ang award-winning director, di ba? Mabait, may puso. Pero wag kang ma-relate, di ba? Direk Joel Lamangan.
Ay, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Kumain na ba ang lahat? Hindi ko masarap ang pagkain. Yes! Sino nagsasabing hindi?
Ang sarap.
Pero masarap. Okay, salamat sa pagdalo niyo. Sana i-promote niyo ito. Dahil kailangan ma-promote, kailangan mapanood ng mga tao, ang mga baguhang artista kung mahuhusay umatin. At napakaganda ng script ni ito pumayat na ako. Tingnan niyo yung Carillo, babalik siyang artista.
Oh, Direk.
Yan.
Salamat. Ay, salamat Salamat M16.
316.
Ayun. Salamat po.
Eto pa. Friendship. Eto na ipakilala mo na friendship.
Ikaw na Kuya Roldan, baka may makalimutan pa ako.
Talbo.
Oo.
Alzheimer ka na friendship. Yan. Asan si Yuki? Anyway, heto na isa sa mga bida ng All About Her. Diba? Maganda, beauty queen din to friendship. Diba?
Exactly.
Oo. Miss Kelly D.
Okay lang sa akin po. Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Day and I'm playing the role of Olivia. Sorry, no, I just meant playing the role of Olivia in All About Her. And she is an aspiring beauty queen, and she's best friends with her best friend that shows up right on time, na si Isa, played by Yuki. And we've been friends for a long time, like since teenager years, and we've always supported each other. But it reaches a point na magkakaroon kami ng conflicts. So, yeah. Excited.
O, di ba Kuya Roldan, ang tamang pronunciation is Kelly Day.
Yeah.
Okay. Kelly Day.
Ayan. Eto na friendship, di ba? Parang pangalawang ano na to sa festival na to sa Sinag Maynila, di ba? Parang pangalawang entry mo na to sa Sinag Maynila. Di ba? Ang magaling na aktor. Walang iba kundi si Tony Labrosca. Tony Labrosca. Bisaya ito. Sorry, Tony naman. Sorry.
Ayos lang naman. Ayun, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for joining us. Seriously, we really appreciate you guys helping us promote our film. And sana po mga panood nyo. I know you guys are gonna enjoy it because it's a really fun story. It's got a bit of thriller, a psychological thriller with some nice twists and turns, and we got our two beautiful leading stars here. So I'm just so happy to be playing a part that supports them. And ako nga pala si William De La Cruz, isang police na love interest ng character ni Yuki dito sa film. So ayun.
Ayan, friendship. Siguro naman,
Guwapo.
kilala mo, hindi ka na mag-intro, baka iba naman ang pronunciation ko.
At syempre, oo nga, pahabain yung araw. Mag-start na kasi tayo ang napakaganda at napakahusay din na baguhang actress ng 316 Media Network. Ang nag-iisang beauty queen din, of course, Yuki Sonoda. Ayan.
Hello po, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. First of all, nagpapasalamat po ako na nandito po kayong lahat. Tulungan kaming mag-promote ng movie namin na All About Her. Ako nga pala si Yuki Sonoda, half Japanese, half Filipino. and ako po si Isabella dito sa movie na to. Si Isabella po kasi, ano siya, super, gusto niya makuha yung corona, na kahit ano po gagawin niya para makuha niya tong corona to. Very interesting tong movie na to kasi po hindi lang pinapakita yung glamorous and beautiful side ng pageant, pero yung dark side din po. Pero to the extreme level naman po ito. So, wala pong ganun nangyayari masyado sa totoong pageant world. I hope you can watch this po sa Sinag Maynila Film Festival.
Ayan, bongga. At bago na friendship, bago ang Q&A,
Yes.
sino po? Tapos na po. Panoorin mo natin ang trailer ng movie. Go.
Yay! Ang sayo! Parang straight. Ano ba to? Kasi mga producer natin. Pwede na ba tayo magtanong?
Yes, friendship. May question ka muna bagong ano?
Oo.
Okay, go.
Kay Direk, is it a trailer film? Trailer film ba siya? Ay, trailer. Trailer. Oo. Trailer yung pinanood natin, Direk, di ba? Hindi ko sabihin thriller. I'm so sorry. Sabi ko direct, kung thriller film po ba ito?
May pagka-thriller.
Oo.
Dahil huhulaan nyo ang mga bagay-bagay na dapat nyo hulaan.
Okay.
Ano pa? Yun lang?
Direct, ayusin ko na po yung ano ko. English ko.
Dapat, di maintindihan.
Diyos ko, oh my God. Kuya Rodal, ikaw naman ayusin mo.
Okay.
Lamangan yan.
Bago namin patanong yung ating mga kaibigan sa press, bakit namin kailangan panoorin itong pelikulang ito? Okay, go. Rest. At saka si Queen. Bakit namin kailangan panoorin itong pelikulang All About Her?
Ano? Bakit mo dapat panoorin?
Oo, ang dami-dami niya. Bakit namin kailangan panoorin ito?
Dahil kaibigan yung 360 media na media.
Okay.
Lalo ka na. Okay, panoorin nyo dahil makikita dito ang katotohanan ng nangyayari sa beauty contest. Yung mga hindi tinatalakay sa mga news, dito malalaman nyo ano ba ang nangyayari sa loob ng isang beauty contest kung saan nagpapagandahan ang mga babae. Ano ba ang mga nangyayari? Dapat mapanood nyo ito para alam nyo.
Yan. Queen, may dagdag ka?
Ako, yes. Supportahan natin ang pelikula. Other than that, siguro maganda rin po yung part ng Women's Month ngayon. And the story is about two women. So panoorin niyo po kasi, for me, sobrang perfect nung metaphor na lagi tayo, Women's Month, let's celebrate women. Yeah, we celebrate women, but we're still pitting them against each other, di ba? So mapapanood natin yung side na yun na parang we're all about supporting and celebrating women. Pero at the end of the day, pinaglalaban nyo pa rin yung mga yan. Kailangan yung isa mas maganda, yung isa mas sexy. So dito natin makikita yung struggles ng dalawang babae.
Ayun. At syempre, first question, friendship, ibigay na natin. From Random Republica, Kate Adahar. Ang titulars ng Gen Z.
Taray.
Kilala mo ba si titulars?
Ako ayos sa cake.
My first question for Queen. Kumusta yung naging collaboration mo with Direk? Sabi mo kanina concept niya. Paano mo binuo yung story with all the twists and turns?
I think that this is our second time we're working as a scriptwriter. So just like the first one, yung with my father, myself, so concept ni Direk, sasabihin niya lang sa akin yung mga gusto niyang mangyari sa story, and then ganyan kukwento niya. And then he would let me naman to formulate my own flow, ganyan. So talagang very collaborative work between the two of us. Tapos kapag may hindi naman siya gusto, paparevise niya, ganyan. So laging it's a learning experience for me kasi ang dami ko natutunan kay Direk na, hindi siya yung parang paulit-ulit. Since working with him second time as a writer, iba naman yung pinapagawa niya sa akin, unlike yung ginawa namin sa My Father Myself. So iba naman yung atake na pinagawa niya.
Thank you. And for Yuki and Kelly, as real-life beauty queens, ano yung mga parang makatotohanan sa experience na nakarelate kayo dun sa paggawa ng pelikula?
Well, first of all, hindi po ganun yung lakad ko sa totoo. And, meron part po na similar sa totoong beauty pageants, pero hindi naman po ganito ka-extreme. Minsan talaga hindi po nawawala yung mga parang yung kino-compare ka sa ibang babae and sa ibang candidate, and yung part na yun medyo nakarelate din po ako kasi minsan, kung isa lang po yung gusto nyo bagay sa huli, parang hindi nyo may iwasan na i-compare yung sarili nyo doon sa iba pang candidates. So that part, super relatable. Pero yung part na to the extreme na may gagawin ka na super sama para makuha mo kung ano gusto mo, hindi naman po yun hindi yun totoo.
Ako naman nakaka-relate ako sa story because yung first pageant ko na Miss World Philippines was actually competing with one of my best friends at the time. So she ended up winning the crown and ako yung first runner-up. Which, so super nakaka-relate. But the rest of the story, hindi naman. the friendship is there. And of course, like Ricky said, it's competition. So kahit friend mo, you're fighting for the same crown. But there are ways kasi to do it with respect. There are ways to do it with class and honesty. So makikita niyo po sa film namin that there are different approaches that people take. And I think it shows like the pain points of people and why we do certain things. So yun ang gusto ko talaga sa movie. It's not just about the competition, the crown. Like we have you'll see a lot of things about friendship, relationships, insecurities, struggles, and that's what I like about how the film was written and how it was directed as well.
Thank you.
Guys, okay lang po ba sa atin natin? Okay.
May dadagdag ka, Tony?
Ay, wala po.
Ayan, no. May eksena ng mga waiter. Ang second question, friendship, sino magtatanong?
At syempre, ang nag-iisa, napakahusay ng writer ito.
Editor ng Philippine Star.
Oo, English at kung English at Natalie Tumada.
Yan.
Hi there, Joel.
Hello naman
Direct, kasi galing sa yung concept, inspired ko sa Beauty Queen na teacher na namatay, na parang police connected yun.
Di ba may balita ng mga beauty queen na pinatay? Tapos may police na involved. Doon galing ang concept. Kasi inisip ko, hindi yung kailangan maging balita ito. Magandang story ito para doon ang pelikula. Na i-fictionalize namin yung iba, pero yung batayan ng istorya, yun yun. Kaya nagkaroon ng ganitong all about there. Doon ko yung binatay. Doon sa news na yun.
Okay. So what fascinated you about that news story?
Actually, kasi isang beauty queen na pinatay. Dalawa ang naging interest ko dyan. Yung pagbuo ng istorya ng isang competition sa pagpagandahan. At yung tendensiya na maaaring gumawa ng hindi maganda dahil sa pakikipagpaligsahan ng kagandahan. Yun yung batayan ng buong istorya na ito. Actually, binubulgar ng istorya na ito, hindi ko binubulgar, sinasabi ng istorya na ito, ang mga maaaring mangyari sa isang beauty contest ng mga babaeng pinaglalaban-laban kung nalaman kung sino mas maganda sa kanila. Lalo na sa lipunan ito na, Diyos ko, napaka gusto ng tao ang beauty contest. Napaka-hit ang beauty contest. Tayo lamang yata ang bansa na talagang ako number 1 ang beauty contest sa panunood ng beauty contest. Hindi pelikula, kundi beauty contest kung sino ang manalalo. Aabangan pa yan sa umaga yung live telecast para na mapanood kung sino mananalo. Yan, napaka-interesado ng ating bayan sa ganito. Kaya kailangan makita natin ano ba ang pinag-uugatan ng ganito. Bakit napaka-gusto ng mga Pilipino ang tungkol sa ganda? Dahil wala silang ganda. O hinahanap nila ang ganda para maibigay sa kanila ang ganda. Yun lamang po, salamat.
Thank you, Direk.
Thank you, Natalie.
My second question for Yuki, Kelly, or all the girls na may experience with beauty pageants. Sinabi niyo nga parang extreme to, pero can you just share lang ano ba talagang may without really going to details, pero have experience yung parang, well, sabihin na natin negative when it comes to competition. Like, anong extent ang experience nyo? Is it true yung mga like bullying, nakawan daw ng mga pageant costumes, gowns? Does it really happen?
Yes, I experienced
Talbo.
Yes po. Actually, I experienced
Bullying.
Yeah. Parang yung gown ko po kasi sa huli, parang may malaking stage siya pag nung nakita ko na. Sa isang pageant ko, international pageant ko, and I had to borrow other candidates' dress. So, that time, pero ang naisip ko lang yung kasi nung time na yun, hindi yung negative part. May isang candidate ko kasi na lumapit sa akin, biglang sabi niya,
I will lend you my dress, can you win with this? And then she's like, I give you my blessing. Like, I didn't win, but I was top 10, like internationally. So parang, meron pong, may ganong part po ang pageants, pero meron din naman po other parts na magaganda na matututunan. May matututunan ka rin po.
Ako naman, hindi ko, wala. I think I was fortunate na ako yung sabotage kasi sa mata. If it didn't happen, he's probably. No, from my experience, dun sa national pageant, everyone was super nice. I thought. I don't know, maybe there's something that I missed, but medyo naive din ako, just kind of chilling, you know, not taking it too seriously. Pero when it came to the international pageant, which was in Egypt, kami po yung first pageant na face-to-face post-pandemic. And may COVID pa nun. And wala pang vaccines or parang kakastart lang i-roll out mga vaccines naman. And it was a battle between the candidates versus the organization more. So I felt that because of what was happening during our pageant, the girls all came together and we actually became one. So dun ko talaga na-feel yung sisterhood. And I feel like from all the struggles that we were experiencing, like how many events we have to do each day, we have to change 3 times. We're all helping each other. Like, here, you want my hair straightener? That's my experience. I don't know. But I have heard like a few, but wala pang 3 or 4 stories of a sabotage or something like that between the girls. So, yeah, siguro mabait lang ako or something. Yeah, yun lang.
Okay ka na, Miss Nat?
Parang may tanong ka pa kaya, Miss Nat, di ba? Ayaw mo na?
Talagang pinili.
Okay na siya, Kuya Roldan.
Okay na ako.
May binanggit kanina ng Direk Bulgaran, di ba? Binubulgar.
Oo.
So patanungin natin ang editor ng Bulgar.
Ang controversial. Oo.
Ito na.
Laging controversial
Ang
yan.
inaabangan ng mga
Si
katanungan.
Shanice Navida.
Hi, Direk. My first question goes to Direk. Direk, upon watching the trailer, parang correct me if I'm wrong, dun sa parang may concept ito ng prostitution. Or, kasi gusto ko lang siyang i-relate direct dun sa former statement ng isang former beauty queen din na si Miss Amy Hart when she was interviewed last year 2017. And she was quoted saying, "Some are using pageant as an opportunity to do prostitution." Ikaw po ba personally, do you believe na nangyayari po talaga to sa mga pageant? Kasi parang may ganyan pong
Oo, nangyayari din yan. At dito sa pelikula ko, merong stint ng gano'n.
So, direct for you to relate that that issue and topic dito sa movie, ikaw po ba may personal ka ng kakilala na experience na...
Ako mismo naging prostitute.
Hindi naman doon sa batang kaya ako din.
Anyway, may mga nabasa ako, pero wala akong konkretong experience na nakita ko na nagpo-prostitute siya o ng gano'n. Pero may mga nabasa ako at nalaman ko na merong, kung ang ibig sabihin ng prostitute ay binibenta ang sarili para lang manalo. Merong gano'n. Pero hindi upang maging habang buhay na trabaho. Meron gumagawa para lamang ma-achieve yung goal na gusto niya ma-achieve. Meron gumagawa ka na. Pag na-achieve na, ay hindi ko alam kung nagpapabayad ba siya. Hindi lang naman sa beauty contest ng mga babae, naku lalo na sa beauty contest ng mga lalaki.
Ayun na.
Maraming ganyan. Sa beauty contest ng mga lalaki, balak ko din gumawa ng beauty contest ng mga lalaki.
Sequel yung direct mo. All about him naman.
All about him naman. Pero, ibig sabihin, kahit hindi pinag-uusapan, parang naging kalakaran. Parang naging, hindi man siya normal, lihim na pinag-uusapan, hindi binubulgar. Meron ganoon. Merong ganoon. Hindi naman, maging ipokota naman tayo kung saan ako walang ganoon, malinis. Meron ganoon.
Two birds in one stone.
Meron. Sa history ng beauty contest, meron ganoon.
So, Direk, how do you think this movie will open the minds of the aspiring beauty contestants? Will
Well,
it encourage them or discourage them to join?
Well, if they see the story, hindi ko alam kung madi-discourage sila, pero makikita nila ang realidad. Maaring hindi na sila sumali sa beauty contest at mag-waitress na lang sila. Hindi ko alam. Pero maaring ma-inspire din sila dahil maaari sila maging beauty queen. Kasi marami mga babae na gusto maging beauty queen. Kaya nga dito sa atin, Diyos ko, napakaganda na pag kay beauty queen, maganda na ang yung titulo. Beauty queen yan, beauty queen yan. Meron ng ganon. Kaya maaaring ma-inspire, maaaring din ma-discourage kasi nagsasabi ang totoo ang pelikula.
Thank you, Direk. Yung next question ko kay Yuki. Thank you, Direk, ha?
Kay Yuki.
Yes po. Yuki, kasi kanina na-mention mo na once you join also a beauty contest.
Yes.
Ikaw pa personally, may na-experience ka na may mga indecent proposals, like what happened in this film na parang, di ba, na na-take advantage yung isa sa mga sponsors?
Well, I think po, when you join pageants, not only pageants, even, you know, mga being an actor or being in the entertainment industry, hindi po mawawala yung mga ganun. And it depends on you. It depends on how you respond to it. So, yeah, hindi ko po din sinasabi na walang mga ganun, pero syempre, depende po sa'yo talaga lahat kung ano yung ibabalik mo dun sa taong nagsabi.
So ikaw nakatanggap ka na ng mga indecent proposals. And how did you, reject? Ayan.
Well,
Yung totoo.
okay. Meron po, yes. Yes. Pero ako po kasi pag ganon, wala, no comment lang po. Parang hindi ako nag-reply or anything.
Dead man lang.
Dead man lang po.
Okay.
May we know kung politician ba, businessman? Hindi, not mentioning anyone, ha?
No comment po, no comment.
Yeah.
Ay, magkano na lang yung offer? O ano yung offer lang?
No comment.
Ayan, Fred. Mamaya na lang, ha? One-on-one na lang, Fred.
Pati dyan, sabihin ko sa'yo kung magkano. Palagay mo na sa mga 20.
Bakit, Fred, mamumisyon ka ba? Ating
Aray mo.
May lang. Okay, ang next question.
Siyempre, controversial din. Ayaw rin pakabukay natin sa tanungan.
Okay.
Nag-iisang si Cherry Olea ng PEP.
Jerry, magsasalita na.
Josera.
Doon sa tatlo rin, kay Tony, Yuki, at Kelly, friends kayo in real life, magkakakilala. How is it yung working dynamics ninyo dito sa movie na to? At saka paano, ano yung impression nyo dun sa mga performance nila?
Yeah, I'm actually friends with both Kelly and Yuki, and they're both very nice girls. Yuki wouldn't hurt a fly. Honestly, she's the sweetest girl, and so it was nice seeing her do a role that was out of her comfort zone. That she's playing a part that's really not like her. So, you know, Yuki, is this your first lead role? Second. So, but it's my first time working with Yuki. So, nakaka-proud na I saw her really trying her best, and not for anything. You know, she's working with the Direct Joel Lamangan. Like, I remember the first time working Direct Joel, and I was so scared. So, these two girls did a really good job. And in terms of Kelly, like, me and Kelly, parang we're batchmates, no? When you were doing Girl Trends, and then nag-start ako sa boy band. So dati, like, lagi kami nakikita ni Kelly sa ABS. We would always be there. And so ayun, it's nice to be working with another familiar face who's a good friend in the industry after all these years. So ayun, I'm just very proud of these two girls. They did a really good job in this film.
Yuki.
Ako naman po, well, working with both Kelly and Tony, iba din po kasi pag nasa labas ng work and pag sa work. And dito po ako humanga sa kanilang dalawa kasi nakita ko po na parang, wow, ang galing pala nilang dalawa talaga mag-acting. And medyo na ano po ako, nag-alala kung kaya ko ba silang sabayan. Pero super supportive po nilang dalawa as a friend. Parang pag may question ako, tuturuan nila ako na maayos. So parang ako po, para sa akin blessing po ito na nakasama ko silang dalawa.
Yeah, like as Tony said, first of all, I met Tony maybe in 2016 or something. I think I actually met you sa McDonald's audition. Kasi di ba nag-viral ka sa McDonald's?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so dun, as far as I remember, dun ka sumikat, the first time na sumikat ka, like, and we were in the same audition and I didn't get the role. Tapos kayo ni Elise.
Yeah.
So then when I saw it on TV, I was like, oh yeah, I remember Tony. And then you were in boy band. And then I have friends din sa boy band. So I was like, oh my gosh. And we would see each other na in ABS. And si Yuki naman, we were like same modeling agency way back around the same time siguro. And then nakita ko lang siya sa isang event ng pag-influencer event. And I was coming from my anxiety phase. So it was like parang first time ko lumabas, gano'n. And then when I saw Yuki, we saw each other, I was like, Yuki, I'm alone. Are you also alone? She's like, yeah, I'm alone. Can we like just sit together? And then we ended up just spending the whole time together. I think during kami nag-post masyado for the event. And then later on, we found out that we're gonna be working together with Nylan sa 360 Media. So it was actually a nice full circle moment, and it's always amazing to work with people that you know beforehand because it brings a sense of comfort. And I should also add that si Pancho, that we worked together in a project in 2018 dahil sa Pag-ibig, which was
with late Direk Ricky Dabo.
Yes, with the late Ricky Dabo. And that was one of my first like regular series. So we were actually, you were my boyfriend in the show. So we already had that connection as well. So yeah, it felt just like working with friends. Of course, actually all si Angelica and also si Marco. So yeah, it was just like si Direk lang hindi ko kilala that time. So first time got to work with Direk, which as Tony mentioned, medyo I was a bit scared at first, but what I enjoyed about the experience was that everyone on set is very serious. Like we're very efficient, and it allows me to focus on my emotions. Kasi minsan sa set, there are directors or productions that are super chill, which is nice, but kind of get distracted with the jokes, the laughing. So walang masyadong laughing or jokes during the takes, which helped me to focus. So I actually appreciate that environment, and you're actually so kind, Direk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the only one who said
Parang I remember, parang we were on set, kami ni Tony, and then we were talking about like politics and stuff. And then Direk said, why? Like, okay, magsalita, may eksena kayo. And then after, lumapit po kayo sa amin, as kumain ka na ba, dear? Yes po. So, yeah, ganun na. Part of the job lang po, and I think it brings the best out of all of us. Yeah, sorry, medyo mahabing.
Kina Angelica, Marco, and Pancho, na yung mga natalakay dito sa movie, sa movie tinalakay yung sa beauty industry na exploitation, kalitan, indecent proposal, harassment. May naging ganong experience na rin kayo sa movie and TV industry? Then kumbaga, marami-rami na rin kayo experience.
Na-sexually harassed na sila, is that what you're saying?
Kung may nakita sila o naranasan, kung may indecent proposal, things like that. Si Angelica muna.
Ako po, since galing po kami sa BMX, meron po talaga. Pero, since ako po, as lalo po sa manager, pinoprotektahan naman po kami. Once na meron po kaming restrictions and such, if may nangyari po, syempre susubuko agad. If kaya namang iwasan, ganyan, papabayaan na lang. Pero, pag nangyari na yung isang bagay na kaya mo na alam mo na kung paano iwasan, as much as possible, mas tumataas po at mas nadadagdagan yung restrictions ko, namin. Ewan ko lang po sa iba. Kasi parang you learn something new every day. Parang as much as possible, if kaya mong pigilan yung isang bagay na alam mo kaya mo namang gawin, parang you'll do anything for it not to happen again. Lalo yung mga, Women's Month. Hindi porket ipapasok ko na po, hindi porket BMX, may karapatan na yung co-actors or ibang tao in public na, BMX naman to, dapat bastusin to. Hindi po ganun. We are also actors and we're just working. Hindi porket ganun yung pinasok kaming industry, pwede nyo na kaming bastusin ng ganun na lang. So as much as possible po, like sa mga ganitong interviews, nagpo-voice out po ako kasi magkaiba po yung work sa personal life and magkaiba po yung movie sa pinapakita namin ngayon.
Thank you. Marco.
Well, na-experience ko one time nung nag-CR po ako. Biglang lumabi sa akin, bro, galing mo sabi mo. Syempre, umihi pa ako nung sabi ko, sino ka?
Sino to, Marco?
Ay, hindi ko kakilala Basta sabi sa akin, pre, picture tayo, sabi ko. Mamaya na bro, umihi pa ako Basta may mga parang yung tipong hindi ibig sabihin pag nakita mo yung isang tao sa screen, ibig sabihin ganun sila sa screen, di ba? So, ibang personal life sa kung ano ka sa harap ng stage ng screen, di ba? Well, nakakabigla lang.
Mancho.
Well, sa akin kasi medyo funny because I started show business late So, after ko mag-college, nag-intern na ako, ganyan. So, nung college ako marami talaga. Kasi, hindi pa ako nag-artista. So, ironic lang, when I started showbiz, doon na siguro nawala. Siguro baka nalaman nila yung background ko.
Takot sa nanay mo.
Pero nung college ako, as in, professors, hosts, student, politicians, tsaka they offer talaga car, condo, huwag ka na mag-aral, blah. Gusto ko mag-aaral, gusto ko maging doctor ng time na yun. So, then started showbiz. Siguro din medyo nabawasan. Pero may mga, they always try. May mga, kasi I always naman respond to be always polite kasi hindi ba alam mo sino yung kausap ko. So baka mahalin mo natin. Pero I make sure na maganda yung pera, kung magkano pa to. Pero I always make sure to be polite, to say no respectfully. Pero I think it's normal naman. It's on you na lang kung paano. Kung ma-inlove ka to, why not? I don't even judge. As long as parehong happy, then go.
Ay, Queen. Kasi nag-artista ka rin naman sa kami. Ano ba experience na na-incorporate mo para sa binding writer mo?
Sorry, ano po ulit?
Yung kumbaga yung mga nangyayari sa showbiz, mga harassment, indecent proposal.
Yung indecent proposal, funny, everyday, meron magkasal sa kanya. Alam niyo po yung kumakalat na mga memes, yung mga like Indian, Arabo na mga send bombs. Everyday may nagbe-message na sa Instagram ko. Tapos, inis na, natatawa ako kasi mga foreigner, tapos pag dibubok sa natatawa kasi send bombs. So, I send you money. Yung mga ganong English talaga. So, I just take it as a joke kasi, alam mo yun, parang forget nag-Viva Max ko, natatawa na lang ako. And then sa harassment, alam ni Kuya Mark to, so I experienced one. Siguro, nasanay siya na yung co-actors niya, hindi lumalaban. And then, he was doing that to me. Sinipa ko siya. On set, sinipa ko, tapos sinisip ko na, huwag kang ganyan. Maswerte lang siya na hindi ko siya sinumbong kay direct that time. Tas, pero alam nung prod na nandun, inaalagaan ako. And I was lucky kasi nandun yung prod, inaalagaan ako. Oy, ginagana siya, umayos ka. Pero yun nga, maswerte ako kasi matapang ako. Talagang pumalag ako sa kanya. Yun. And then yung na-incorporate ko dito sa movie, like what Direct Joel said, parang ano no, yung thing na yung with the pageants, with the sabotaging each other, parang siyang, alam na natin, parang understood na natin yun. May ganung notion sa akin na parang, common yan, ganon. So, hindi ko rin siya tinitake na parang exage yung ginawa natin. Kasi parang feeling ko, alam ng lahat na normal siya. Naging gano'n na sa atin, diba? Parang naging normal na lang yung thinking natin na it's very common. Yun. Kaya, in-incorporate po namin yun dito sa movie.
May tanong ako sa iyo, Jerry. When does a proposal become indecent? When does it become indecent?
Parang nararamdaman naman yun nung kumbaga nung kinakausap. Parang case-to-case basis din. Kung feeling niya talaga nakakabasto. Yung iba naman kasi napa-platter, di ba?
Ano nga yun?
Parang i-offer sisilawin ng
Kasi
pera or
ako mismo ang dami kong propose, pero po. Proposal ako ng proposal, pagkadami-dami.
Proposal for what?
Kaya when does it become indecent?
Parang for sex, money for sex.
For sex. It becomes indecent if it is for sex. But if it is for something else, na hindi naman sex, kundi totoo namang magandang gagawin mo pa dun sa tao, hindi yun indecent. Di ba? Kagaya ng pag-aalo ko pa sa'yo ng kape. Kasi yung indecent yun, talagang gusto lang ko.
Wala naman ako sinasabi. Akin bilang kape, meron pang papandesal.
Ano indecent yun?
Sinabi ko bang indecent? Pinupuri ba ako siya? Uy, siya lang ang tanong.
Mga present,
Who am I to ano?
Wala na. Wala pa kapay direct. Nililibre ako ng kape. Meron pa pa-take home na pandesal sa French baker.
Eh, yung mga Gcash daw po, consider daw yun.
Dominic,
This,
ilimit na lang natin ng tigisang question kasi
Yes,
nakapila
exactly.
apat na nagtatanong.
oo. Okay, atin pa ang limang magtatanong ngayong araw lang. Iba ko niyang controversial din, editor ng bandera.
Correct.
Maraming bunga bandera yung pangalan sa bandera. Kakaloka, Irving Santiago, ayan mo.
Sige, tigisa na lang.
Oo,
Sige,
pwede ba?
Sige, tanong ko na lang sa lahat ng cast. Ano yung reaction mo? Hindi, yung reaction nyo na lang dun sa hot topic ngayon na sinisisi yung mga girls sa pagsusuot nila ng mga sexy clothes or ng mga revealing outfits, kung bakit sila nahaharas, nababastos, and everything. Ito'y galing kay Alvin Olivia. Sige, si Angelica mo.
Sino ba ang tinatanong?
Lahat.
Kasta,
Pati
mga
ikaw,
artista.
direct.
Parang bunga sa tama.
Depende sa direct sa pagsagot nila.
Regardless of religion po ito. Kumbaga, malalaman mo po kung ano yung isang tao based on how he talks and how he thinks. So, bakit mo sisisihin yung isang babae kung paano siya manamit, kung ganun ka mag-isip? Kasi meron nga po maraming bata, sanggol, lola, estudyante, na ano pa rin po sila, napagsasamantalahan pa rin sila, mapababae, mapadalaki, regardless of gender and age, wala po yan sa damit, nasa tao po yan.
I didn't see kasi what he said, but I think that women have the right to wear whatever makes them feel beautiful. And yun lang yun. I think nobody should be disrespected, period. And everybody's entitled to express themselves however they want to, including the way that you dress. You know, that doesn't mean that you should be disrespectful to that person. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, same din po sa akin. I think just because a woman is wearing something sexy, it doesn't mean you can disrespect them already. So I think all women can wear whatever they want, and yeah, that's my take on it. I think in a perfect world, you can wear whatever you want, and people will will not disrespect, they won't look, they won't check you out, they won't wolf whistle, but it's not a perfect world. And from my experience as a woman who's also, I do modeling and things that my physical look is contributing to my job. I learned that, okay, for this event, if I don't want to make this kind of attraction or attract these kind of people, I should wear something more appropriate. And I think I'm not condoning that any disrespect towards women that are wearing something that is revealing. But I think we can protect ourselves by making the right choices also about what we wear and what's appropriate. Kasi minsan, nakikita ko din, like for example sa mall, that there are some people wearing like extremely sexy clothes. And there are children in the mall, and there are also men in the mall, maybe old men or young men, it doesn't matter, or other women. And it's only human nature that people look at that. So it's up to you. If you want people to look, you can wear something that will make people look. If you want to feel safe, you can also wear something that makes you feel safe. So we all have our responsibilities, but I'm not condoning like bad behavior. I still think there should be respect, but it's just not the perfect world.
Direct. Akala ko yung artista niya.
Direct.
Artista ka rin ha? Direct sa akin, ano kung pakialam natin kung anong gusto ng iso? Pakialaman lang natin kung talagang nakaka-insulto na sa moral natin ang ginagawa. Pero kung hindi naman, wala tayong pakialam. I-insultuhin ko, magagalit ko ako kung isang nakabikili na mamalengke. Pumunta ko sa Nepa Humor, nakabikili. Sasabihin ko, ay, ba't ka ganyan? Nakabit ka? Magkasakit ka? Kung saan sila naroroon, at gusto nila, doon lamang natin maaaring punahin. Pero kung gusto lang nilang nasa beach, naka-two-piece, nagpipictorial, naka-two-piece, anong pakialam natin? Wala na natin silang pakialaman. Hindi naman nangyayari ang mangyayari kung hindi natin papayagan. Tayo ay may sariling kultura. Yung kultura, dinidictate kung paano tayo magre-react sa isang particular na bagay. Sa atin, kasi sa dami ng nangyaring impluensya sa ating bayan, halimbawa ng simbahan, okay? Parang yun ang naka-impluensya sa mga pag-iisip na mali. Halimbawa, hindi ka pwede magsimba ng nakatupis. Magagalit talaga ang mga tao sa iyo. Hindi ka pwede magsimba ng naka-bathing suit. Pero ngayon pwede na yung mga short na mga pek-pek short.
Sa UST hindi pwede.
Ngayon, ha?
Sa UST hindi pwede.
Sa UST, may mga lugar na hindi pwede. Pero ang ibig ko sabihin, hindi lamang naman yung mga babae nagpapakita ng kagandahan nila sa pagsusuot ng mga bagay-bagay na tinisip natin pangalina, ang dahilan ng mga nangyayaring karahasan. Sa lipunan, hindi lang sila yun. Marami pang dahilan kung bakit nagkakaganoon. Kaya ako, wala akong pakialam kung ano isuot mo. Kung hindi bagay sa iyo, di lalong hindi maganda. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Direk. Queen.
Nako, triggered ako sa mga ganyan. Ang dami kong nababasa. Pero baka bukas tayo matapos. So, siguro, I'm gonna make it short. Sa lahat ng mga ganyan mag-isip, please don't blame our clothes for your poor upbringing.
Well, being a Christian also, siguro I have a different lang talagang approach siguro, it's the golden rule I always treat others as I want to be treated. So, sobrang hypocrite lang to, tsaka sexy rin ako magsuot by the way. So, lagi din ako nakatopless. So, ayoko naman parang parang huwag siya magsuot ng ganito. So, for example, if I love working out, so kung maganda yung katawan mo, still flaunt it every time. I don't really, may mga iba, you have to respect also the others. Yeah, kung medyo naiilang sila, yeah, that's they have, kahit nila yun, that's their own opinion. Pero respecting others, syempre, you have to respect coming from you, kaya mo din sila yung respect. So it's all about respect. Just be fair and alam naman natin lahat dito kung ano yung makakasakit. So, i-try na lang na kung pwede natin maging mas paano ba, don't judge. I mean, parang less na yung hate try natin kung pwede tayong mag-work together as one. That's the main point of, di ba, life. Yeah, lalim masyado, sorry.
Yes, don't
All about her.
judge.
Malapit na po, all about her.
Marco!
Yes, ako naman kasi growing up in a Europe country, kumbaga wala kaming pakialam kung anong suot mo. So, who are we to judge? Diba? Kung if you feel comfortable in your own skin, I mean, diba? Who are you to judge? And siguro, parang nag-culture shock din ako dito sa Pilipinas kasi syempre, sanay ako na basta magbihis lang sa harap ng mga tao, diba? Lalo pag all boys, uy bro, ba't ka nag-bihis dyan? Bakit skin lang yan eh? Bakit ginagawa mo? So, I mean, if you feel comfortable in your own skin, diba?
May add lang pala ako. Pero pertaining sa sex bomb, kasi most of them, ang mga friends ko, kailangan talaga nilang magsuot ng comfortable sila. Sasayaw sila eh, kung di ba? Like, sa ganung industry natin, pag even sila mga, pag na si Angelica or pag napapagod, kailangan talaga magsuot something na kaya nyo mag-split, kaya nyo mag-backflip. Mahirap. Dapat safety pa rin. So, yeah, doon ko nakikita yun. It's a different siguro approach.
Correct. Ayun, syempre. No nilitasyo, isang tanong lang, friend, ha? Huwag sa lahat. Ayos ka.
Di ba intindihan?
Hello po, yung tanong ko po sa, sir, ano po ang reaction nyo nang nakapasok yung movie na All About Girls sa Sinag Maynila po?
It was unexpected first and foremost, but thankful and grateful for everything. And syempre, mineses ako ng partners ko dito. Sabi ko, salamat sa lahat ng effort na kasi at in the end, I just have a minority stake on this, but it was a very good opportunity for me. So thank you to everyone who was involved on this and to everyone who's here right now. Thank you.
Thank you for good luck sa movie.
It should be mentioned na Dennis Evangelista ang nagpasok nito sa Sinag Maynila.
Yes, Dennis!
That's great. Thank you.
Then may follow-up ako kay Sir Mike. Sir Mike, bakit yung pinasok ang pagpuproduce na ito since na minsan sakit ng ulang pagpuproduce?
I literally had no idea on the headache that we were about to face. But I trusted my partners in this, and when Meloy Uy offered it to me, parang hindi ako makapag-say ng no kasi binomba niya na agad Direct Joel. Sabi niya, the stars are gonna be good, they're gonna be good in all the roles that they're gonna be doing, and I couldn't say no to Mel. So it's my first time to dip my toes into the industry, and you know, they say art imitates life, life imitates art, so I wanna know if it's true. And it is true.
Okay po.
Thank you, Sir Mike.
Ren, ang pinakamaganda sa mga magkakapatid.
Naka-off yung microphone mo, Kuya Roldan.
Pinatay eh. Charot. Ang next na magtatanong yung pinakamaganda raw sa kanilang magkakapatid, yun ang press release
Parang di naman.
Pues, eto na siya, ang beauty queen sa pamilya nila. Mark Ranil Grabador.
Wow!
To Direct Joel, ano po, congrats po sa film. Last year, nag-best picture yung Magagua, and are you expecting din ba, Direct, or nararamdaman niyo rin po ba na mag-best picture ang All About Her this year?
Pag sumali ka sa contest, siyempre mag-expect ka. Kaya ka nga sumali kasi contest ito. So mag-expect ka na at least magkaroon man lang ng kahit anong award itong pelikula. Of course, we will expect kasi we enter the contest. Diba? Kaya we will expect something.
Thank you, Direct. Sincerely lang yun Pasahan ka na si Queen. Queen, nabanggit mo ka naman kanina na itong film bagay naman talaga sa Women's Man. Ano ang take-away ng mga tao ngayon na matututunan nila sa hinaing na rin naman ni Jasmine Curtis na turuan ng mga kabataan at yung mga tao na respetuhin yung mga kabataan? Hindi ganun ang take-away sa film. Lalo ka na kasi iba, lalaki rin yung anak mo eh.
Yeah, I guess kasi dito, ayun nga, parang kahit pa sabihin natin na yung character ni Isabella is like parang prostituting herself, ano pa rin yung parang may mga taong nag-aalaw nun di ba? So, dapat we should practice practice na, you know, self-respect and respecting women. Tapos, yan talagang sobrang nakaka-relate at tuwan-tuwa ko sa mga sinasabi ni Ate Jazz kasi, di ba, we work together and I do understand yung mga hinahin niya ngayon. Kasi, ayun nga, kumakalat pa yung going back, yung kanina sinabi niya, kumakalat yung bakit nag-victim blaming na bakit maiksi yung suot, parang gusto namin na mabastos. Really? Is that how you gonna look at it? May mga batang ang nababastos di ba? Kahit mag-long sleeve o kahit mag-abito ako dyan, kung bastos yung isipan mo, bastos yung isipan mo. Hindi na natin bababago.
Yeah, si Maria Clara nga nakasaya, ginahasa.
Si Maria Clara lang, saka si Julia nung panahon, di ba, na bastos paano pa kaya tayo ngayon na may global warming, gusto ata magparot tayo pa rin tayo, di ba? Ayun, so, sana wag lang March. Diba? Let's respect women every day. May mga nanay tayo, guys. So,
April na sama na yun.
every day, not just March, not just for 1 month. Let's respect women every day. Yun po yung pinaka-gusto kong sabihin.
Tama.
Tama yan, Mike Grabador, sabi ko sa kanila.
Tapos may comment pa nila sa...
Oo, nag-comment. May mga side
Just
comments pa. Siyempre, Kuya Roldan, Father Isitira of Manila Politina.
Yes. Ang pinagkakaguluhan ng Babylonia.
Oo, dami
fans
na
na. Entertainment editor ng Manila Bulletin.
Ay, direct, I'm just wondering, big fan po ba kayo ng pageants and what was the last pageant na pinanood niyo? Did you enjoy it?
Hindi ko sumali ako. Big fan ba ako ng pageant? Hindi ako...
Ay, last na pageant na pinanood niyo po?
Ha?
Last pageant na pinanood niyo?
Last
pageant,
pageant.
hindi pageant na pinanood niyo. Last na...
Wala ako napanood na pageant. Wala. Pero, nababalitaan ko, best friend ko si Gloria Diaz.
Okay. Do you find it relevant in pageants up to this day? Last time.
Kailan naman ang hindi naging relevant ang kagandahan? Diba? Na-irrelevant ba ang kagandahan? Pero hindi yun ang pinaka-importanting bagay sa lipunan. Ang pinaka-importante ang daming nagugutom. Hindi yung kagandahan. Pero para ma-entertain at mapatawa ang isang taong kumakalma ng sigmura, siguro kailangan ng isang beauty pageant. Meron din silbi ang beauty pageant. Pero hindi yun ang pangunahing kailangan ng lipunan natin.
Very well said.
Sabi mo, ate mo, kasi si Kelly, di ba't di mo siya tinanong?
Eh kasi one question lang.
Oo, one question lang.
Mamaya sa one-on-one.
Pabigyan na natin kasi talagang sinabi niya sa chat group, ay nandiyan pala si Kelly D.
Okay, go, Kuya Bobby!
Hindi si kay Kerry siya kay Yuki, no? Same question lang. The pageant scene is talagang evolving, Dati, puro mga single lang, hanggang ngayon, pati mga lola may pageants na. So, do you see yourselves joining pageants kahit sa senior years ninyo?
I'll never close my doors to anything most days, but for now, I'm enjoying not doing the pageants because I think recently, it's getting a bit out of control when it comes to the business stuff, the politics, parang dami ko na narinig ng bad experiences. And personally, in my calm life that I have right now, and I enjoy ko talaga yung buhay ko, not too stressful. It's not something that I'm willing to take on anytime soon, like the next year. But who knows? I hope lang na parang ayusin nila yung sistema ng pageant because it's medyo for me the way I see it, it's all over the place. Yeah, it's like it's gulo. It's so gulo. So I'll wait until it settles and until the wind settles and then maybe it's something I can do. Because for me, I want to fulfill my advocacy. But right now, no one cares about the advocacies. But that's what the pageant is supposed to be about. So now I'm fulfilling my advocacies without the pageant. And I don't have to focus on all the other stuff that the pageant requires you to do. So until then, chill muna.
Yuki?
Okay? Okay ka na, Kuya Bobby? Si Yuki pa. Oh, sorry naman, pinamadali kita.
Pageants are relevant right now.
Well, actually, kasi po ako, galing ako sa ibang country na pageant, hindi po sa Pilipinas. And,
Japan.
yes po, sa Japan po ako galing. And, actually, yung mga Japanese beauty queens, they look up to Filipino beauty queens. So, para sa akin, I think, wala po akong plano na sumali pa. Pero, I want to show the Japanese beauty queens about, like, how the Filipino beauty queens do the pageantry here in the Philippines. And sana po, yun nga, as Kelly said, pageants are now all over the place. And ang dami po nangyayari sa business. Sana ayusin po nila yung part na yun kasi marami po women sa buong mundo na meron magagandang advocacies na gusto nilang ma-inspire ang mga tao. So, sana po, yeah. I'm not closing my doors as well in the future. We never know kung sasali pa ako. Pero, yes, I hope they just change that system.
Thank you. Thank you, Yuki. Thank you, Kuya Bobby. Siyempre, Mike Magadia.
Maganda. Tama ba ng material lang? Maganda ba ako? Maganda ba movie, di ba? Film reviewer, di ba? Film reviewer na.
Si Mark.
So, direct papanoorin yan doon sa film na.
Maganda ba ako?
Maganda ba movie ko?
Maganda ba ako?
Yung question ko kay Queen lang, kasi yung sa pagsusulat nito, I think parang kasi sa trailer parang ng satire. Pagka-satire siya, di ba? So, gusto ko lang malaman gano'n ka, parang mayroon bang limitation na para maging accurate yung depiction nito sa pageantry sa pag-exaggerate naman para ma-experience yung satire na mundong ginagawa ng mga characters.
Kung may limit ba? Yeah, I guess makikita mo, pag napanood mo yung movie, alam mo naman what's the satirical part and what's not. Gaya nga ng sinabi ni Yuki kanina, there's some of it na alam mo naman talaga na hindi nangyayari sa totoong buhay, and then some of it are actually happening in real life. So, I trust that the audience are smart enough to know the difference between what's satirical and not.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
From Pelikula Mania.
Taray.
Tavares.
Ako kay Direk Joel po, kamusta po ang performance ng lead actress nyo na sila, Kelly and si Yuki?
Kamusta po performance ng lead actress? Ngayon lamang ako gumawa ng pelikula ng lahat ng kasama ko ay mabuhay. At natutuwa ako sa karanasan dahil surprisingly magagaling silang lahat. Mahuhusay ang performances nilang lahat. Lalaki at babae, mahuhusay lahat dito sa aking ginawang pelikula dito. May pagmamalat ko siya. Mahuhusay silang lahat.
Yan, thank you.
Thank you, guys. At syempre, eto katabi ko, Cesar Batingalang Net 25. Pasok, Cesar. Isang tanong lang, ha?
Hello. The question ko is for
Yes, Cesar.
Kelly and Yuki.
Kelly and Yuki daw.
Uy, paano hindi ko
Pag pelikula kasi nagpapakita na friendship na sa tension. Paano mo ipinapakita yung emotion ng mga person? Yung emotion, tingharap mo. In terms of friendship, din ang bisa tension and distress.
Hindi narinig.
Sorry.
Pakilakasan lang ano
Yung pelikula nagpapakita ng friendship na nauwi sa tension and betrayal. Paano nyo ipinakita ang emotion ng character sa ganitong situation?
Actually, yung character ko po dito talaga, until the end, stressful. So, really, parang nag-rely din ako sa kanya. Kasi po dito sa pelikulang ito, yung parang manager ko, na si Sir Jim po, at saka si Olivia na best friend ko lang ang palagi kong kinakausap. And sa kanila lang po ako kumukuha ng advice. Kaya until then, actually, I was just there to listen to Olivia's
advice and yung mga sinasabi niya. Kaya para sa akin, sa huli, hindi ko lang po nakita yung part na nag-attention kasi I love her until the end. For my character na si Olivia, it was actually quite a challenge for me because maraming layers po yung character ni si Olivia. Mahirap siyang gawin kasi I can't say much kasi I don't want to reveal anything. But ang sasabihin ko lang is sometimes the ones that you love the most are the ones that are gonna hurt you the most. Diba? Yeah, it's complex po yung character ni Olivia. And I think dun po makaka-relate ang mga tao sa mag-add po When it comes to friendship though, dito sa movie na to, hindi lang friendship pero pati yung ka-relationship mo. I just realized na you cannot trust much. You know, kasi at the end, you never know kung ano talaga yung gusto nila.
Okay, may last question na lang po kay Tony. Opo. Maraming alam namin, marami kami friends sa industry in terms of friendship. Pero in reality, masisira pa ang friendship because of the competition. Yung gusto niyong maungasan ng isa't isa.
I think that depends on you, diba? It's up to you how far you're willing for your ambition to go. Yeah, that's all up to you. I think there's no problem in you reaching your dreams, but that doesn't mean you have to step on others to reach it. Yes, maingay po.
Dennis, maingay daw.
Quiet daw.
Live po doon, maingay daw.
And then, ano lang, para lang maayos yung sagot. I think there's no problem with you reaching your dreams, going after your dreams. That's amazing. But I think we should all have the moral compass not to step on other people to be able to achieve those dreams. You know, even in any competition, you know, you don't want to get there by cheating, by ruining other people's lives. That's just my thing.
Thank you, Tony. At syempre, tumago na tayo sa ating last question for today. Merwin Tansyago ng Zine Media.
My question is actually for Tony. So, you mentioned a while ago that you were scared of working with Direct Joel. So, I wanted to ask how that whole experience was and what's the scariest thing about him?
Before kasi, our first time working together was in Hindi Tayo Pwede, which is, like, I love that movie so much. And they told me, actually I wasn't that scared of Direct, but it's everything everybody told me about him kasi they're like, okay, unang-una, hindi ka pwedeng malate. Hindi ka pwedeng malate, tapos gusto niya prepared ka on set. Tapos isa ba, parang sabi nila, pag hindi mo alam yung lines mo, like baka sigawan ka, mga ganun. So actually, with all that said, it taught me to be very professional. So I came on set, I told my team, like my driver, I was like, we have to be there 30 minutes early, okay? Like, and I know when you get to know Direct, it's just like what Kelly said. He's very professional, so he just expects you to do your job, honestly. But aside from that, he's very kind. He's a very nice person. So this time around, it was really fun working with him because I understood the way, I understood the way Direct operates now. So that's about it. You know, I actually realized, not just with Direct, with other directors that I've worked with, you have to separate them and their work and them as a person. You know, because when they're on set, they're also there trying to make the best out of the time that they have, the schedule that we're dealing with. So there's a lot that goes on into making a movie, and you know, from the producers to the directors, it takes a village to make a film. And ayun lang. Ayun. Nasagot ko ba?
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. And then, just a last question for Direct Joel. So, since pageantry is very glamorous, right? What are the types of conversations you want people to talk about after the film?
Anong takeaway ng mga tao ng conversations nila pag-uusapan after watching the
Well,
film?
after watching the movie, they will be talking about it. The first thing that they will notice will be the competition between two ladies who would like to be the Miss Global International. That kind of competition and that kind of friendship, that kind of betrayal, that is the thing that they will be talking about. And they will be talking about the script, how Queen was able to put it together into one full story with turns and twists here and there. Yun ang pag-uusapan nila. Pag-uusapan nila kung gaano kapangit o kung gaano kaganda ang pelikula, mumurahin nila yung napapangitan sila. I-praise naman nila yung gugustuhan nila. Yun.
Nag-expect ka ng award dito, Direk?
No, correct. Nagtatanong na yan?
Oo, kanina.
Kanina? Okay, and with that, tapos ka na?
Yes,
Harry?
Meron na, wrap up na natin.
Yes, mag-promote na sila at magpaalam na.
Oo, kasi ano mo, buti na tayo ngayon.
Correct, kaya one question na lang Direk.
So, si Direct Joel na lang.
Sa lahat?
Oo.
Party
Party
shot.
shot. Para po sa lahat.
Ano gagawin?
Party shot, Direct. Para sa lahat.
Kung maganda na yung merienda. Again, I would like to invite everybody to watch the film. And then please tell your friends, your neighbor, to view the film. It is, for the first time, there is a movie that tackles something which is quite, sabihin natin, hindi tinatakel in ordinary life, the taboo or something. This film is quite too strong enough to say the truth about a beauty pageant. Kung ano nangyayari sa beauty pageant. Please watch it and please tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your grandparents to watch it. They will attend the beauty contest also. Thank you so much.